Welcome to Kay's Tiny House Adventures, where I, Kay, am building my very own tiny house. I have zero experience, but I have a lot of drive and the most amazingest of friends. Seriously, cannot do this without them, and you will see that a lot in today's video. It has been a while, and I apologize for the delay. I've been getting ragged on for not posting a new video, and I would like to say it's because I'm so busy building the house, but it's just life in general. And maybe I found other hobbies like crochet and knitting, so that's been taking up a lot of my spare time. However, I have gotten some significant progress with the house that I'd love to show y'all today. So let's get to it. Last video, I showed some behind the scenes of prepping the cedar that I'm using for my exterior siding. So in my plans, I worked with Summit Tiny Homes, and I wanted that combination of metal but something else, and so they helped me come up with a cool design for this black metal and cedar siding combo. Taco. I don't know if you'll be able to see her. Jump, Taco! Once it got to time where I was ready to put up cedar siding, we then planed the wood, which is my least favorite thing to do ever because it is very, very loud and very boring because you're just standing there feeding the planer sheets of wood over and over, like for hours. But it's done. And we also had to cut and trim the side of the wood so that they were all the same size. And then we, bless you, then we put, we got a drill bit, or I think we got a bit to mill the tongue and groove on each piece. And that was a lot of fun. I have never done that before. It was great. What are you doing?
So this just is like kind of swollen, and so I'm just trying to make sure there's no big lip on the end of it that's going to kick the board out.
So then once everything was cut and ready as pieces, I then had to waterproof them. Today is May something, and I am putting on a coat of waterproofing wood finish to our cedar pieces that we've cut and milled. And this is my little setup, accompanied by Taco, who's wearing her little watermelon cone, not because she had surgery and needs to not scratch, it's so she doesn't fit in the grates of the gate, because that has been her MO lately. So these are her handcuffs, if you will. Mariah is also with me. She is molting because it's getting hot in Texas. Poor thing. Very hot. And Tess is also with me today. Go Tess! Yeah! Hi Taco! So yeah, we'll get to it. I took the easy way. There's a lot of different opinions on the internet about literally everything, and one of them is how to seal your siding. I did one coat and only on the front and the edges that would get wet. I skipped the back, and this would have been fine had we put up all the siding in one day. But of course we didn't. So it rained a lot, and you could kind of see the warping of the water that got behind the wood. So that was unfortunate, but we've let it dry out. It looks pretty good. We were able to fix it. But yeah, be mindful of the shortcuts you take, because you may have to fix it later, which to me, that's the story of my life. So whatever. Oh, we also had to order the metal siding as well. So we were able to put up the bottom, I don't even know what you call that, like the bottom border underneath, at the very bottom. The bottom trim, the bottom border, what's it called? And we put that piece on, and we started on the short side where the kitchen is. And so there's a big window there, and we put the first piece on, and it looks so good. And I learned how to put on tongue and groove siding, which is another thing I never done before. Doug made these little jigs so that we could put something over the tongue to like hammer them on top of each other and have them fit in really well. Doug also created the coolest little, I don't even know what you'd call it, like a little jig basically for the nail gun. So, Tackle's chasing her tail. There was a smaller nail gun we used, so it's not the framing nail gun, it was a different smaller nail gun, which I found way more approachable and more fun to use. And he added this extension on it so that it would rest against the groove that's part of the tongue, so that we could put the nail in up there, and then that way when you put the next part on top, it totally hit the nail. So that was really cool. We did have to hand nail some things, like especially the bottom and some pieces where we couldn't get the gun to fit, but that was a really cool trick.
I think today is May 26th, 2024, and this is Kay's window trim. So what we did is we used a Craig jig on the backside to put this whole frame together, and then Kay is going to install it. Hopefully, we haven't even done a pre-test fit, so hopefully this fits. It's going to be snug, but we hope it fits. Ooh, that's looking like good sign. Oh my gosh, did it just really just fit on?
Ah! That was awesome!
That is incredible. Hey, good job.
We're done. And then once we got to the window with the tongue and groove siding, we then started a storyboard. So I learned how to storyboard your siding so that you can be sure at the top of the window that it aligns well nicely together. So we used the level to kind of mark where the boards should stack up to so that they would stack up at an equal rate. The very top was where the gable was really tricky. So Doug had to cut a lot of angled pieces and just kind of working with those little tiny areas that had to fit something over it. So one example is once we got to the wheel well side, the way it ended up stacking up, the tiniest little piece had to go over the wheel well. So we cut that in and put all that together, and it worked out really well. I was really impressed. Doug was mostly in charge of cutting the pieces of wood, and Phil and I would finagle them all together and nail them in. Doug took care of the top of the kitchen side, and as well as the top border of the front. So we are nailing in the cedar siding. Doug, it isn't that. I do both.
Okay. That's right. In case anybody wonders, it's freaking hot.
So we got all that. We also put in the metal trim. So in the front, it's mostly cedar, and then where the door to the gooseneck is metal. So we have a piece of J trim, I think it's J trim, where the wood stops, and then that's where the metal will start. So I'm very excited to put the metal in. I framed the front window by myself one day, and it was really funny because our friends, Mary and Reed, have a son named Preston. He's all about like making money and stuff, so Doug will hire him to do some work. And on one of the days, on the day that I went over there to build the window trim, Preston kept going, "How long is it taking you to build this house?" And I was like, "It's taken a while." He's like, "For $7.50 an hour, this could go a little bit faster." So he was definitely a salesman. I got him to help out for free because he was able to use the staple gun. So that was really fun. It's a wonderful Saturday morning and I am at the barn building a trim for the front window so that tomorrow we can easily put siding on around it. Okay, I manhandled it a bit and I got it over. So now I'm just gonna tighten it on and staple it in. Then we had to do underneath the gooseneck. So underneath the gooseneck was the last piece that had cedar siding. Today is June 30th and we are going to finish the cedar under the gooseneck. Phil, what are you gonna do?
Pull out the, I don't even know what it's called, the orange thingies.
Yeah, those things suck. I had to paint a few more because we're running out while Doug and Phil are prepping metal.
Yours gonna go? It's holding mine.
Well,
Oh, mine's a little.
yeah, I'm a little narrow and oh wait.
I had to go over little pieces, but that's hollow, so we can make a little notch.
Okay, get back to work.
I'm done working.
Oh.
I cut them, but I want to fit them before I cut more.
Don't quit mixing your metal with my trash.
Nice.
Pretty.
Phil's picking peaches. Nice. Are you gonna get one for each of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the best looking one.
Too late.
Lots of updates, lots of things going on. It's been so much fun and it's been hard work and the weather has been very hot. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel and I will see you next time. Bye.